Johnny's Bar and Grill, Mexican and American cuisine with daily and weekly specials, juicy burgers, mouth-watering tacos, and more. 1519 West Highway 150 in Lincolnton.
Hello and welcome into the WHKY News for Thursday, November 21. I'm Ralph Mangum. You can watch the WHKY News every weekday on over-the-air TV on channel 14.2, and you can find us online anytime at WHKY.com and on our YouTube channel. In today's top stories, this week, North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper is leading a delegation of state and local leaders and officials to Washington, D.C. to present a request for over $25.5 billion in federal aid to support the recovery process from Tropical Storm Helene in western North Carolina. WHKY's Rob Eastwood has the details.
I'm reporting from Alexander County, which was one of the western North Carolina counties affected by Helene. While in Washington, the governor was planning to meet with President Joe Biden, Senators Tom Tillis and Ted Budd from North Carolina, along with Congressman Chuck Edwards and other federal officials. A preliminary assessment by the North Carolina Office of State Budget and Management estimates total damages to be $53.6 billion, more than 3 times the amount of Hurricane Florence in 2018. The governor's $25.57 billion request includes the following: $7.41 billion from the U.S. Department of Transportation and FEMA for transportation needs, almost $6 billion from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development for housing recovery, economic revitalization, water quality and infrastructure, rebuilding private roads and bridges, and more, and $1.75 billion from the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA. The request also includes $1.67 billion from the U.S. Department of Agriculture and $1.23 billion from the Small Business Administration from the Home and Personal Property Disaster Loan Program. You can get more details on this funding request by going to this story at our website, WHKY.com. Reporting from Alexander County for WHKY News, I'm Rob Eastwood.
Thank you, Rob. A man was killed in a Wednesday afternoon crash in Burke County. The deceased is 61-year-old Ricky Lynn Buchanan of Jonas Ridge. At about 3:25 Wednesday afternoon, the North Carolina State Highway Patrol responded to NC 183 near Parkway Road. A 2005 Dodge Dakota was traveling east on NC 183 when the driver, Ricky Lynn Buchanan, lost control, crossed the center line, drove off the left side of the road and hit a tree. Mr. Buchanan passed away at the scene. The initial investigation indicates that speed and impairment were not contributing factors. During the on-scene investigation, NC 183 was closed in the area for about 2 hours. And a fatal crash in Iredell County is under investigation. The deceased is 34-year-old Robert Allen Breedlove II of Mooresville. At about 3:55 Tuesday afternoon, Mooresville police responded to a single-vehicle traffic crash in the area of White Street and Cabarrus Avenue. Upon arrival, officers found that the sole occupant of the vehicle, Robert Allen Breedlove II, was deceased due to injuries sustained in the crash. The Mooresville Police Department's traffic unit is investigating to determine the cause. Our condolences to the families and loved ones of Mr. Breedlove and Mr. Buchanan. According to a spokesperson with the City of Hickory, the Riverwalk overwater bridge remains closed due to damage sustained during Tropical Storm Helene. The replacement handrails have to be custom made and have been ordered. Because the rails must be custom made, the city does not currently have a timeline for the repairs. When the handrails arrive and are installed, the city will reopen the bridge. The overland portions of the Riverwalk are open. With a scam warning from Alexander County, here now is WHKY's Arianna Mack.
A local law enforcement agency is warning citizens about a scam. The Alexander County Sheriff's Office has recently received several reports of individuals receiving phone calls from scammers claiming that they owe money to resolve a warrant for their arrest. The Sheriff's Office reminds citizens that no law enforcement agency will ever call you and demand money to take care of a warrant. If you receive a call like this, do not provide any personal information or money. If you have any doubts about a call you've received, hang up and contact the Alexander County Sheriff's Office directly to verify if you have fallen victim to this scam. Report it to the Alexander County Sheriff's Office at 828-632-2911. I'm Arianna Mack for WHKY.
Thank you, Arianna. In today's crime report, a juvenile has been charged in connection with a fatal hit and run, and 2 suspects in a 2019 murder case have been granted bond. In local sports, a come-from-behind win for LR men's basketball, plus more basketball from the women at Lenorine and App, and some LR volleyball as well. In community focus, Arianna will check in with Keith Smith and the Caldwell Men's Chorus, and Rob has information on Project Lifesaver. After a very windy Wednesday evening, it was cool and sunny today with a high in the mid-50s and a low near freezing tonight. Tomorrow's high will likely fall just shy of 50 degrees, followed by upper 50s Saturday and then in the low 60s Sunday. We'll stay in the 60s for a couple more days before cooling off again during the latter part of next week. There's not much chance of rain until a week from today. You can find a current forecast at WHKY.com. I'm Ralph Mangum. You're watching the WHKY News.